Hi, I'm Dana Kervin with the Houston Association of Realtors. Today we have with us in the HAR-TV studio Council Member Stephen Costello. It's a pleasure to have you back again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
After your first term in office, what are you looking forward to the second term?
Well, we've had some challenges. I mean, the first term I advocated for infrastructure, and as you recall when I was here 2 years ago, that as a candidate I felt like we needed to reinvest in infrastructure, and I was supportive of Rebuild Houston. So I'm real excited about Rebuild Houston, and I think the challenges are making sure that the program, as we move forward, meets what we promise the community that we'd be able to do, which would be needs first, get the infrastructure done so we can improve the quality of life of our neighborhoods. I think the other issues that we have with the city have to do with our finances, obviously, and so the challenges will be to make sure that our budget stays balanced going through the first year. That now I'm the chairman of the Budget and Fiscal Affairs, and then to see what we're headed for in the future.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us and for being a leader in your field.
Oh, well, thank you.
Steve, you're a civil engineer by trade, and you have tremendous knowledge and experience with flooding and drainage issues. Now that the city has laid the groundwork for the Rebuild Houston Drainage Initiative, what types of improvements can residents and property owners expect?
Well, you know, dealing with the community now, they would like to see improvements done right away because we all acknowledge that we have a problem. However, what we're trying to explain to the community is that this program is going to start out as a slow walk, and then over the years it'll be a gallop. And so our challenge will be in the first couple of years is setting the foundation, showing the people that we have a plan, which is what the city is working on. In fact, the staff is mandated within a year to have a 10-year plan, and then to start implementing parts of that plan. And so the mayor has challenged Public Works to come up with a plan, and what we're going to do is we're going to collapse the current CIP into this plan, and we'll move forward from there. The reason why we're honoring the CIP is because a lot of residents worked on those projects over the past few years, so we want to just acknowledge that effort and make sure we do those improvements first. But over the years, we'll be seeing quite a bit more projects in the Rebuild Houston arena, and we're real excited about that.
You used an acronym, CIP. So share with our viewers, CIP is an acronym for?
CIP is an acronym for a capital improvement plan.
There you go.
And we have a 5-year plan, and it's what is called a rolling 5-year plan. So every year we update the CIP plan. And what it is, it's just a laundry list of projects throughout the city that the communities have advocated for. And as funding became available, we started doing those projects.
Very important for our members to attend those CIP meetings.
Absolutely. They occur once a year in every district.
That's right. Very good. You recently were named chair of the City Council's Budget and Fiscal Affairs Committee. How do you see the City of Houston's financial picture as compared to other parts of Texas and the country?
Well, I don't really pay much attention to others because we have such a huge challenge here. And this past year, with a deficit projected to be $100 million, the challenges were working with each department, Public Works, Police, and Fire, to evaluate their core services, to see what services we can do without, what services we really needed, and then work with each department to scale back their efforts so that we can save money. Unfortunately, we had to let go over 700 people, about 750 people. What our challenges will be over the next few years is to make sure the budget continues to be balanced and that hopefully we can avoid the layoffs. We don't look at other cities and see what their challenges are. We have our own that we have to handle. One of the other issues I neglected to say was about our planning process in Budget and Fiscal Affairs is that before we adopted the budget in June, we requested an amendment to the budget to establish a task force to look at the city's unfunded or underfunded liabilities, which includes pensions, health care, and our long-term debt issues. And that task force had to be created by September 1st. So the mayor is going to roll out those, the people that are going to be on that committee. It's about a 14-member task force. 3 council members will be on there, and we're going to be looking at these issues moving forward with a development of a menu of opportunities, not necessarily recommendations, but opportunities, to the mayor by January of next year.
Excellent. Many of our members may not know that you're an avid runner and a triathlete. I know quality of life issues are very important to you. Can you bring us up to date on, I know the food deserts issue that I've read that you're very interested in, and also the living bridge at Memorial Park.
Oh, great. I'll talk a little bit about the food deserts. How I got involved in food deserts, and just for your audience to understand, food deserts is the absence of grocery stores in underserved areas. And I didn't realize the significance of that until I went to a meeting down in Sunnyside. And it was a housing meeting. And then one of the residents got up and said, you know, we need a grocery store here. I can't buy good food. And so I said, just for grins, I was driving home that night, and it took 20 minutes before I found the grocery store. And in many of these underserved areas, they don't have access to cars, they use public transportation. So for someone with his own personal vehicle, take 20 minutes to drive to a store, public transportation is 3 or 4 times that time. And so it's a challenge. So I took it on myself. I said, I'd really like to work on food deserts. And the reason why was I met my wife in a supermarket. No, seriously, we worked there part-time. And it was the local store that gave part-time jobs to kids. And if you look at solving food deserts, it's a public health issue. Because many of these underserved areas, they have diabetes-related issues, they have overweight-related issues. It's also a job creation for our kids. I mean, having part-time work at a supermarket right there in your neighborhood is great. It's also what I believe is a quality of life issue, because what happens is if you can get a supermarket in a blighted area, you get all the other businesses associated with supermarkets. So it's more of an economic development tool as well. And so we've decided to take that on. And so we're working with the city as well as an organization called the Food Trust out of Philadelphia to see if we can address these food deserts throughout the city. It's sort of a long-term program that we're working on. The other is my passion, which is Memorial Park. And I've been on that board for 16 years. I just rolled off the board. I'm actually what they call an advisory board member now. We have this fairly large aggressive capital campaign, and the Living Bridge was the first project within that program. I was chairman at the time and brought Public Works out there and Parks and said, let's put a bridge here. And what started out to be just an idea turned out to be an elaborate program, an elaborate project. And so we finished the bridge through a generous donation from the Hildebrand Foundation, Mindy Hildebrand. And so what we're working on right now is we just opened up another 1.5 miles of trails that start from the Living Bridge and parallel the tree line just to the west of the actual running trail itself and goes all along and terminates at Westcott. And our goal is the second phase is being designed right now, and it'll run behind the ball fields, in front of the church, and terminate at Arnott. So our goal is to have an internal trail right now, which is around the golf course, and then a perimeter trail around that as well, to give people the opportunity to have other places to run into. But the trail that's the one we're building now is an all-purpose trail, so you can take your bike on there, you can take your stroller, you can run. Whereas the trail that we have around the golf course is just for runners only.
Exactly.
But we're really excited about it. It's a big capital campaign. We're actually designing a running center that'll be on the south side of the bridge. And so eventually it's under design. We're raising about $2 million for that. And then we did a trail pilot project in front of the tennis center because we want to rebuild the entire golf course running trail as well. But we're about $3 million short of that.
And that's so exciting. I know that the Memorial Park is used so much.
Well, it's most people don't know that the park is twice the size of Central Park.
Amazing.
And it's also, if you're an avid runner, it's one of the top 20 places to run in the country. It's amazing. And they have over 4,000 people that run at the park annually.
I believe it.
No, excuse me, 4 million.
Oh.
10,000 runners a day.
Very good, and I'm a biker, so I'm weaving around the runners from time to time. But I appreciate all the improvements that you've made.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We're real excited about it.
Councilmember Costello, it's been so wonderful to have you again in HAR-TV studio.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What would you like to tell our HAR-TV viewers?
Well, I want to tell you viewers, I really appreciate your organization, the work that you do for the community, and I really appreciate your support in the past. And I hope that I can carry the torch continuously for the city and continue to have the support of your members in your organization. I really believe that, and I thank you for that.
Very nice. Thank you. I'm Dana Kervin with the Houston Association of Realtors. Remember, if real estate is your profession, politics is your business.